Hi, if you're new here, I'm Kanita, and if you're already watching this channel, welcome back. Today we'll be watching episode 67 of Anime Monster, and in the source where I got all my episodes, it seems that my episode is like 18 minutes long, which is not good. So I will try to watch it directly on Facebook. Usually I download my episodes because my internet connection isn't the best. So I'll try watching it on Facebook, and we'll just have to hope that it doesn't like lag or pause anywhere. Also, I apologize for the very white background today because I bought the new mattress and this one has to kind of air out and the old one is still here. So we have kind of like heaven setting today. But okay, I think that's all I wanted to say. So let's try watching episode 67 of Anime Monster. Let's go. Sorry, I'm editing this video right now, and I wanted to warn you that there is some very strange sound in the background going all throughout it. I don't know what's wrong. It's like the same video, but the intro that I made, it sounds very strong and nice and loud, but then the actual reaction when I start watching this video online, the sound becomes very low, so I had to change the sound, how loud it is in different parts. I don't know how it's gonna work out, and also throughout the whole reaction, and especially when the video ends, so there's no more sound from the episode. When I just start talking about my conclusion, there's just a horrible sound all the time in the background, like someone is chewing a candy or something, even though nobody was hiding in my room chewing any candies. So I'm not really sure why this happened. It's really hard to listen to what I'm saying, so I'm going to keep everything here because kinda I've already recorded it and these are my honest initial thoughts. So I hope everything will sound better when I upload it on YouTube, but I just wanted to apologize for that and warn you about it. I think the whole reaction seems to be watchable, but the conclusion has this horrible noise in the background. So I wanted to address this now without kind of delaying it any further. Let's get into the reaction. Alright. Thank God there are subtitles too. Okay. Well, I think we're just reminded of some, yes, of some parallels here. Alright. So she already shot him, but the Tenma saved him, and now he's asking to be shot again. So, we saw this. Yeah, we saw this flashback like parallel. And then she promised. That's from the end of the previous episode. I feel like he's saying that he already, yeah, he has seen the what could be perceived as an end many times. Yes. But the end for the person is just the blackness, and you don't feel like when you fall asleep, but eternally, right? Yeah, she promised to tell something horrible. Like she thinks there is a reason for her to die too. He seems so depressed. Well, yeah, we already talked about this, and yeah, I think the moment when the door is opened, we also saw in the end of the previous episode. So I guess, yeah, it's just going to be an opening now. I guess maybe, yeah, there could be some different recollections also when you think about very distant past. When you were a child, you can remember some things incorrectly, especially if they induce some trauma on you. You might not want to remember them, and then your brain will just try to protect you, which seems to be happening a lot with Anna Nina. So she forgot her like very childhood, maybe with their mom and all of that, because horrible things happened. But then she also forgot everything again when she then after after that incident where she shot Jochen, and then she went to new foster parents. She didn't remember anything, and so it seems her brain is very good at trying to protect her, but looks like first time when she saw the dead bodies of her foster parents, it kind of jogged her memory. But this time hypnosis actually dug deeper, and now she remembers like everything. So let's see. Because before the opening it was everything we already saw. I'm back. Alright. I'm back. That's the phrase when opening the door. The most confusing thing to me.
僕が見たいろいろな話、僕が君に話したあのいろいろな話、3匹のカエルの部屋から連れ去られて、僕がい
He
でな
was
かったところ
taken.
は壁のない真っ暗闇の部屋だった。どこを触ってもおかしな感触の上下左右の感覚のない部屋。でも誰かが僕を監視しているの。
So that was kind of the first experiment set
全
on
く
him.
音のない部屋。いや、時々どこからか悲鳴のような声が聞こえた。どこからともなく差し入れられる食事、その回数を数えて5、6、7、11、12、13、21、23、その数もよくわからなくなった頃、そこにあの男が立っていた。
Franz Bonaparte?
いいかい、よくお聞き。人間はね、何にだってなれるんだよ。
I guess that was the start
君
of
み
the
たいな小さな
experiment.
子供がこんなとこ
The
ろが
kind of
悪い。
psychologically affect him.
いや、この子はね、
この子が。
Yeah, he was dressed as his sister, I think.
素晴らしい。なんて美しい子だ。見てください、この子です。この子が例の成果だ。成果ですね。この子が例の。この子が。
Yeah, they are all seeing him as an not as a person, yeah, but as their achievement that is going to do something. And this is the poisoned wine already.
挨拶の言葉が断片
Okay,
的
so
に
that's when all of this happened.
どうする我々選ばれた同志は国家の未来に乾杯。
And not a single person who doesn't drink alcohol. The guy near the wait, that is Franz Bonaparte, right? He isn't. He's the one that is not drinking. I feel like I'm bad at remembering his face. Maybe it's another guy. I think it's another man. I should rewatch how Franz Bonaparte looked in the previous episode. Okay, anyway, that's the room where a lot of people died. They died from poisoned wine, and he witnessed all of that. So first he was locked in a room alone, then he saw a lot of death.
42名が死に絶えた
42. Aside from one person. Yeah, so it was him. I felt like his hair wasn't quite the right color in this scene, but maybe I'm wrong.
僕は走ったあそこから逃げ出すために
And then he prickled his finger on the roses. But why does Anna remember that? If he didn't tell her anything before,
庭のバラ
why
の
could she
塔で
recount that?
腕を傷つけたことも気づかずに走った
Maybe she saw it
3
when
キ
he
ロ帰りにたど
returned.
り着いた僕を君は迎えてくれた
Alright.
僕は話し続
What
けた
pretty flowers.
何日も何日も僕が体験した
Ah, he told her everything. But now he's telling this again? It does seem like everything is right, like he was there and he told her everything and she welcomed him home. There were implications so many times that she was the one who returned home.
違う
Now she says no, like
違う
everything was actually different.
違うわ
And he told her it so many times to make her think that it happened to him and not to her. But I think I'm just reaching too far here. Let's see what she says. Then my also close. Wait, that was the sound of a shot? Is she put... Yeah, is this her? Actually, that's my first question. Is this actually her? I'm just now so
ニナ
used to them being in each other places. Like, after the first time he dressed as her.
私だ天馬だ
No, is this...
わかるね私だ
Or she actually shot him and now trying to shoot herself?
そうだ落ち着いて よしいい子だ
So actually horrible things happened to her and she remembered them and that's why she wants to kill herself? I just felt something was not right when she was sitting her back to us. So I thought maybe there would be some...
私じゃない
Yeah, she's saying it wasn't me, so...
帰りって言ったのは私じゃない
Okay, the implications were right.
私が言ったのは
But then why did... Yeah, we already know that they were dressed the same. Either mom... Yeah, you can see it's his face. He's saying welcome home. In this scene, it's clear.
ヨハンは間違ってるヨハンは私の話を聞いただけバラの屋敷に連れて行かれたのは
Did he repeat it really then to protect her
連れて行かれたのは
somehow?
私なの
And did she only experience what happened in the mansion? And what about... Does she think that she also committed some murders, or...
あの階段を引きずられるように連れ去られたのも
Because it seems like only Jochen was...
真っ暗な部屋の中で食事の数だけ数えていたのもあのたくさんの死体の中に立
Or
っていた
does she
のも
want only to hurt herself because of these traumatic memories?
全部
Or does she think she did something horrible too?
全部私なの
And Jochen has disappeared. Well, at least that's finally cleared up, because they were leaving it so ambiguous. I couldn't understand what actually happened. Who returned home? It actually bugged me a lot, but now we know for sure that it was her who returned home and Jochen welcomed her. Damn, the room is so empty.
ただいまおかえり
He already looks strange, honestly. Like, look at his face. Maybe he just was a, like, this kind of quiet child since he was born. But he's already holding the book too. Maybe they wanted to get him, but since they are dressed the same,
全部話して
they took her by accident.
あのね
But was it actually their mom's idea to dress them the same? Because Franz knew there are two children.
もういい。
私は自分の体験をヨハンに話したヨハンは私の体験を
もういいんだ。
ヨハンは私の体験を自分の体験だと思い込んで
So he honestly thought that.
私のせいでヨハンは
もういいんだ。
So she kind of recovered psychologically after that.
さっきヨハン
But he thought it was actually him who went through that, and he kind of took it onto him. And she thinks
泣いているようにも見え
this affected him in a bad way, and started creating a
あんな
monster.
人間の顔見たことない私には撃てなかったでもきっと彼は自分を破壊するわ私と同じように
ダメだ。
私も自分を破壊するように
ダメだ。
So she actually thinks of herself as a horrible experiment that has to be destroyed. I think that's the train of thought here.
君に何かあったら私はどうすればいい。君が死んだら
Yeah, I think she could have a good life.
生きていてくれ。お願いだ。どんなことがあっても。
I think she has the whole potential to live a normal life. And if that's all that she experienced, and it just affected Jochen, and that's everything happened to... wait, is this...
山荘近くで車が発
To
見
Jochen...
ああ、崖下に落とされている。中でエドワードが殺されている。やったのはタグ。ヨハンはおそらくフランツ・ボナパルタを
That's Chapek, right? I hope that's the right one.
彼の息子が
We met his son. He's a nice person.
そのことを教えた。
What is he going to? Why did you tell him about the sun?
それだけでことが終わるかどうか、彼の崩壊がそれで収まるかどうか。
Well, he could take her experiences because they are twins, and maybe he actually wanted to help her. Maybe he was kind of influenced just by her account of the events, or maybe he thought like if something this horrible can happen to my sister, then
彼女の記憶が抜け落ちているもの。ヨハンの中にはもう一つあの子。
does it imply that there's something else we are missing in the memories?
想像をしようとしたものは一体
Maybe they wanted to create one person between them. Maybe it was their idea
フランツ・ボナパルト
to dress them in the same way and to kind of. Was it Johann? No, it's because he. I wonder if this is because he killed his bodyguard and they decided to take revenge, or are they really working for Johann? I'm not good at remembering faces of this kind of third characters. Because the car where he killed his bodyguard was in a completely different place. So it can't be the same car that they found where he was shot and they decided to take revenge. Something like that's too far away.
来てくれたね。君の方から来てくれるなんて。さあ、入って入って。今ちょうどお茶を入れたとこなんだ。
I feel now in this episode like I'm horrible at recognizing faces. And
僕の自慢のお茶を飲んでもらう。
who's this man? That's not Franz Bonaparte's son. We saw him.
気に入ってくれたかい？特製のハーブティーだ。
So Johann visited someone who he knows.
君の方からわざわざ訪ねてくるとなると、よほどの大事な要件だね。何で
And
も言っ
this
てくれ
man
よ。
seems to be happy to
準
see
備は
him.
すぐにできる。次は誰を殺すんだい？え？変な冗談やめてくれよ。
So he knows that Johann kills people a lot, but now he asks him like, "You are my friend, please shoot me."
冷めたんだよ。
疲れてるんじゃないのか。計画はどうするんだい？
冷めたんだ。
ちょっと待てよ。それじゃあ何のために僕はあれだけの資金を集めたんだ？
夢から冷めたんだ。
何のために僕は何人も殺したんだ？
たくさんの終わりの風景。でも今は違う風景に
So his
本当の終わり
expectations
の風景。
of a final scene have changed. He thought it would end differently, but now he understands that it will end in another way.
僕しか知らない記憶。
Yeah, there is some memory that,
本当に行くべきところ。
like Chapek said, I think that we are missing. Okay, that I'm not even surprised he killed that guy. I was expecting this right from the but I wonder if this guy took
行くべき。
a pistol and tried to shoot Johann. Johann would just take it. It's like he's being suicidal now, but he doesn't want to shoot himself. He wants someone else to do it. Franz Bonaparte, I think, was written on the Lunge. Wilhelmsheim. So Johann is going here and Lunge is going here. Someone was writing to or from Franz Bonaparte. I think that's to. I'm not sure, but that it has a picture, and Franz Bonaparte did draw a lot, so maybe it was his picture and he drew Rutenheim. So maybe there is some final memory that only Johann possesses that happened in Rutenheim. So what Anna Nina remembered is only that instance when she was taken in the Rose Mansion and everything was poisoned, and it was traumatic enough for her to try and end her own life, and there's no like hidden twist that she also committed some murders and something was wrong with her. She just feels that she is like a part of the experiment, maybe a part of Johann in a way, because we were told sometimes that people can see like kind of Johann in her, that she's also scary. So maybe she thinks that she's kind of too dangerous as this experimental child, so she thinks the world will be safer without her, or maybe even that after remembering all of that she can't bear being alive because it's so hard. But everything else, it was all Johann's. And even though they spent a lot of time together, there were obviously times when they were apart. But I think there are many memories in his life that only he has, and Anna doesn't know what happened. So I think it's going to be something really significant. Maybe they, when they were really small, and that moment, like she had the experiences in Rose Mansion, and maybe he also had some separate experiences when they were really small, that he actually didn't tell her, like she did tell him. So, and that is something very significant, very important that Chapek was talking about. Now, continuing about Anna and Johann, as I said, I feel like maybe their mom was it was told that she is alive, but she seemed so adamant about kind of that her children taking revenge and all of that. It's strange to believe that she would be fine, like living near Franz Bonaparte and letting her children be experimented on, like even if Anna was taken away with forcefully. It seemed like she just came home, she knew the way home, and Johann just greeted her so calmly. So maybe their mom wasn't actually around, maybe there was another woman that was taking care of them, and that's why, and Johann thought it was their mom and she didn't love them, and maybe that's why he didn't feel love. But I feel like the story tells us that their mom was there and Johann felt unloved by her. Maybe she disappeared and he felt like she betrayed them, or maybe that's because they were dressed the same, so it was like only one child and he felt unseen because there's only Anna, because they were both dressed as a girl, so they were both Anna, and so it's like Johann didn't actually exist, didn't have like a name and identity, and that also led to him thinking that Anna's experiences are his own, because he was always kind of shown that they are the same person, and that kind of messed with his brain, and he honestly believed that it is his own experience because he thinks they are this singular person. Okay, I feel like this is the one that I think that's the most probable. This like doesn't matter about their mom, just saying that how why Johann took these experiences on himself. Yeah, I think the reasoning could be what I just said. That I'm so bad at expressing my. I feel like today I watched the episode and I felt like I didn't recognize any faces. I don't know if I just having a bad face day. Honestly, I already said that in real life I'm also pretty bad at recognizing people's faces. Often I use like their hair, their clothes even to recognize them. So it's a bit hard because when I saw Franz Bonaparte, I recognized him first by the hairstyle, but I felt that hair color was a bit off, so I wasn't sure that it was him, but it was actually him. The only one who is not drinking the wine. Like, are there no people who don't like alcohol who don't like wine. Okay, I guess he only gathered people who like drinking. But then what I also wanted to say, yeah, the thing that was even when I saw Peter Chapek, he was so disheveled that I had a hard time recognizing him even with glasses. And then I felt like we saw his a part of his bodyguard. I feel like this part was very confusing for me. So if you can explain this in the comments, please do, because I feel it's a very different location. And at first, when I saw a car when a man who was in the driver's seat was shot, my mind immediately went back to that moment where Peter Chapek shot his bodyguard. And then if these two guys were also like working with this bodyguard, they felt like, oh, he shot like one of us, now we are going to shoot him, something like that, like kind of revenge or prevention of his crazy actions that they could expect. I think that would make sense. The only thing that doesn't make sense to me, like why this car is here. So maybe I'm just hugely misunderstanding this and something completely different has happened, and I'm just very wrong. Or Peter Chapek took another bodyguard and came with him in a new car and shot this another bodyguard too, which I think wouldn't make much sense. It would be very strange. So if you can kind of explain to me this moment. Did I misunderstand this? Because I think that's the main thing in this episode that left me honestly really confused. But aside from that, yeah, the man in the very end, I think one of the subordinates of Johan, who did some of the killings for him and was very kind of excited about some kind of plan and everything, like conquering the world or something. Well, maybe not that. And he was expecting a lot from Johan, and now Johan was expecting something from him, like, you were always loyal to me, you were killing people I asked you to kill, can you kill me now? And when he didn't deliver, Johan felt, oh, what a useless man, just shot him, and went to this Ruhenheim, because some memory that we are yet to witness happened here, and he feels like this is the place where he could die. Because at first I thought that in this abandoned building we are going to meet Franz Bonaparte himself. We were told he is alive and he's like there somewhere, and while I was fully expecting to see him there, but maybe he's not there, maybe he's in Ruhenheim, or maybe he isn't even alive, because why Chapek told about the sun also, like what this information does to Johan, I'm not sure. But either way, I feel like this episode was just a bit confusing to me. Aside from the part, yeah, that I'm glad that we are finally told that yes, it was Anna who came home, because I had my suspicions ever since she visited that Rose mansion, and she recounted everything so perfectly. She even said, I was running, my hand was my arm was torn by the rose bushes, and it actually felt like she's recounting her own experiences. But then they kept kind of playing with me, showing me that maybe no, it was Johan, or maybe no, it was actually her, or maybe no, it kind of many hints to either option. So I'm happy that we are kind of finally secure with this one. We know it was her who experienced all of this, and it must have affected her too. But then we see her as kind of normal child, so it looks like she bounced back from this experience. But maybe one of the reasons why she did is because Johan just took it on him. We already talked about why he did that. Took it on him completely and kind of actually made her believe that it was him, and it helped her to get away from these memories and not let them traumatize her, because she started to believe that it actually happened to Johan and it has nothing to do with her, and she actually saw herself as her own separate person, and it was Johan's problem that he saw them as a single person. Again, maybe because they were dressed like her, so she was being herself, so it wasn't a problem for her. but since Johan was dressed as someone else, it was a problem for him. Okay, I think I talk a lot. I'm just glad that we managed to watch this episode without any issue, without any logs or pauses. Overall, I think that would be it for today. If you want to explain something that I misunderstood or maybe missed, of course, without the spoilers, you can leave your explanations in the comments. I would really appreciate that, especially with Chapek here. I think my theory, like the only one that I have, it doesn't really fit in my mind, like territorial wise. So maybe you can explain this to me. Yeah, I would be very happy if you do so. If you want something to share that doesn't hold spoilers, something that will be revealed in the future episodes, then please share your thoughts and maybe explanations in the comments down below. I apologize if I wasn't very good with recognizing people in this episode. I feel like today I'm just worse than usual. Maybe I shouldn't take as many breaks. I'm so sorry, but I feel like this is the time that we finally go until the end. We don't have that much left, so I'm hoping without any more like big breaks, we are going to the end and see the finale that is going to happen, the new one that Johan imagines, or another one that he couldn't ever imagine. So yeah, as I said, that would be it for today. Thank you for watching and see ya.